Hello everybody, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault, and today we have a monster review. Now today's monster is a bit different. Today's monster is the Phoenix. Bet you didn't see that one coming. It's the Phoenix, as brought to us from the original Deities and Demigods, as was used with Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition rules, so 1E, and going backwards. Now, the Phoenix comes out of the Egyptian mythos for their deities and demigods and fancy stuff. And the Phoenix is well, who hasn't heard of the Phoenix? Rising from the ashes, right? It does that. No two ways about it. It's a very large creature. It has a 60-foot wingspan, and it's burning all the time. Needless to say, that can cause some significant damage to anyone who gets too close to it. But within the context of Dungeons and Dragons, this is a surprisingly manageable creature. It doesn't kind of makes sense, but that's one of the problems with deities and demigods is often the items that are in there leaned more towards Gary Gygax's thinking that high levels really weren't achievable, and it only has 50 hit points, armor class of 1. Isn't that kind of surprising? Now it's low intelligence, it's neutral. Like I said, 50 hit points, that's not very much. It does do a lot of damage. It's like 3 to 18 claw, and like 4 to 24 bite. And on top of that, there's burn damage. If you get within a certain distance of this creature, you take, it's an automatic, 25 points of damage, and it's pretty nasty on the outside. And it doesn't really have any special defenses. However, if you kill it, it turns to ash, and it comes back right away. Even if you, disintegrate the ash and so forth, it always comes back. Always. Nothing can stop it from doing so. Period. That's pretty cool. But let's be more specific about magic here for a moment. No magic spell has any effect on this creature. Period. It's not like saying it has 100% magic resistance, but no magic spell has any effect on it. Now, that heat that it generates causes 25 hit points of damage per round if you're within 10 yards of 30 feet of the creature. No saving throw. Wow. But it only has 50 hit points, right? And of course, killing it resurrects, right? Well, there's one other step involved. When you kill the Phoenix, it gets to 0 hit points, it goes up in a great explosion, and anything within 50 feet of it takes 10 to 100 points of damage. It gets a save versus breath weapon, so the target would get a save versus breath weapon, but it's 10 to 100 points. And then 3 to 18 rounds, it comes back. Somewhere in that time frame, it'll respawn itself, and it's back again. Now, because it's neutral and low intelligence, it's really has no reason to attack something unless something is attacking it. But if you really want to frustrate your characters, this is kind of an interesting one to put in. It doesn't have any specific treasure. It doesn't, really do anything for anybody other than experience points, I guess, when you kill it. But it only has 50 hit points. I mean, that's, between 6 and 7 hit dice? That's not very much. So, experience-wise, depends on the DM. But the Phoenix is a very singular creature. It only exists one ever at a time. And no matter what you do, not even the gods, it says in the book, can interfere with this creature respawning. It always comes back. End of story. So the Phoenix is a really, really tough creature, and, hey, of course I asked my Dwarven brethren, they've all heard the story. No one's ever run into it. I went to the greater Hornhelm community and asked them about the Phoenix, and I had one DM come back and said he had used it as part of a set piece in one of his high-level dungeons, and he said that it caused a lot of havoc with his party before they got past it. At the end of the day, this is a really cool and interesting and different creature, and you know that they're going to have some difficulty with it, your party or the party that runs into this, because it's highly unlikely that they understand the limitations as it's presented in the rules for D&D. Get the DM involved, and that can change considerably. So, interesting creature, but useful? Probably not. Only in very, very specific circumstances. But once again, it's another one of these creatures that exists in Deities and Demigods that is within reach of players if they are in combat. It's not something that's so overwhelming that a group couldn't handle it. It would cause damage, no two ways about it, but it would be something they could manage. Neat, right? Why not? Why not put a Phoenix in your dungeon? Or a tiger in your tank, or any other assorted weird things. That, my friends, is the Phoenix. We hope you found today's presentation to be interesting and amusing, educational, all that kind of good stuff. If you did, please be so kind as to leave us a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Drop us a line. Share with your friends. But by all means, come back and see us again real soon. We thank you so much for your kind support. Take care, everyone, and remember, dwarves rock!